What's going on, folks? Antoine here with Core Cutter Lifestyle and Tech, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the new TiVo streaming 4K. Now, as you see right here, I have two streaming dongles. Now, one of these devices I will be giving away, and all you need to do to enter is subscribe to my YouTube channel, Core Cutter Lifestyle and Tech. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then in the comment section, type in TiVo Stream 4K. Exactly what you see on the box. Then I will select a winner from them comment sections. Now make sure you subscribe and you comment on using the YouTube channel that you are active on, because that's how I am going to contact you. I'm going to reply to your comment, letting you know that you are the winner.
Perfect.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the content. You get a USB adapter, you get the remote control, and they also supply two AAA batteries. You get the streaming dongle itself, and you get a USB power cord. Now, for me personally, I generally don't use the USB adapter, and that's mainly because I want to conserve my data. I know that when I plug my USB cord directly into my TV, that when I turn my TV off, that streaming dongle is being powered off as well, and it's not using unnecessary data. Alright, folks, so before we get into the interface, a little bit about the TiVo Stream 4K. It has 4K Ultra HD, Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos audio quality, 8 gigabytes of storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM, Google Chromecast built in. So you won't have any issues casting, most apps that are Google Chromecast friendly to this device. Google Assistant built in, so you won't have any issues controlling your smart devices. You have access to free content such as Pluto TV, Tuba TV. I mean, all types of content is there at your fingertips with this device. So what we're going to do is connect this to the TV. We're going to browse through the interface, and then I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what's going on with this device. All right, folks, so we got our device up and running. Now, before I get deep into the settings and the features and the interface, the setup process was fairly easy, but I did run into a couple of snags or a couple of delays, specifically when you go to enter your activation code on the Google Play side. On the Google side, it takes a couple minutes for it to recognize that you entered the activation code. So that's just something to be aware of. You might have to wait about 30 seconds to a minute for it to go to the next step when setting it up on the Google side. But other than that, no other snags. Now, one thing I do need to mention is that there's no on-screen setup for setting up your remote control to control your TV's power and volume. Now, I don't know if this is an oversight on their side, or is this something that they just don't plan on entering. But I did address this in a separate video. I will link that in the description or in the comment section. So if any of you guys need to program the TiVo 4K streaming remote to your TV, check that video out. But let's get into the content and the features. All right, folks, so getting to the content and the interface. So you have two different sides to the streaming device. You have the Android side, which is this side. You can tell when you see the apps lined up like that. And to get to that, you can just hit this button right here. Now, to get to the TiVo side, you're going to press that TiVo button. And we're going to take a look at this section first. So you see how it's lined up. Now, I do want to mention is that there's only limited content that they're going to show on this side, similar to what the Sling TV Mini does. Limited content. You only have access to certain apps from this side. So to start off on this side, we're going to get into the apps. What are you able to show on this section of the screen? So you're able to show Sling content, Netflix, HBO Now content, Prime membership content, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney, and Google Play movies. Now, I would recommend just select whatever streaming service you have. Me personally, I do have Netflix while I use somebody else's account. I have a Prime membership, which gives me access to Prime Video. And I have Hulu, which comes with Disney Plus. Now, I do purchase movies every once in a while on the Google Play Store, but that's something I don't want to show. So I'm just going to select those three for now. And just go back here. Now, if you can see, as we browsing through, you're going to see that the content only comes from the services that you selected. Right? They're not going to show you. They're not going to show you content for any other provider, which is a good thing, in the sense that they're telling to what you have. But in my opinion, it's not so great, because when you're comparing it to Hulu and Amazon Fire Stick, you want to have access to different platforms. Especially with me, I want to have the option to show free platforms, Pluto TV, at least Tuba TV. But as you see right here, they're only recommending shows and movies from the services that I selected. Like I said, overall, it's a good thing. Overall, it's a good thing, right? Going down here, you have your guide. Now, when it comes to the guide section, this is 100% content from the TiVo Plus streaming service. Now, TiVo Plus is 100% free, 100% free content. Now, this is a great service, especially if you don't subscribe to any platform. If you don't have Hulu, Netflix, or anything like that, you can get free content from this side. Now, as of now, I haven't figured out a way to add over-the-air channels on this platform, except for through the Sling app. Now, if you have a Sling Air TV, that links to your Sling account, and you will be able to access your over-the-air channels through Sling. And I do have a separate video for that, but a bunch of people made videos about that, the Air TV. But let's go back into the settings and just take a look at what they have. Accessibility, closed caption, you do have that option. Text to speech, you do have the option, and you also have the option to set up TiVo and Sling parental controls. Right. Other than that, you have your system info and your account info. Right. So going down, gonna take a look at some of the other genres they have here. Sports, again, Hulu, Prime Video, only the services that I selected. They're only going to show you content from the services that you select for them to show. Right. Mighty Rivers, Jeremy Wade, great content, Prime Video. So I will have access. This is content that I will have access to. So this is great that they only going to show you content that you will have access to again. Now, next, what we're going to do is take a look at some of these buttons they have here. So you have the volume. Again, I have a separate video for that. Channel up and down. That only works with the TiVo Plus streaming service and any other live TV type of streaming service, right? Channel up and down. Your mute button, your TiVo button brings you to this screen. Your info button, again, it's going to tell you what's going on the screen. Your back button, it's going to go back. Your skip button. So any service that has this feature that allows you to skip, that's when that button will come into play. Live TV, again, that jumps you straight back to the TiVo Plus streaming service. I'm going to show you how that works in a second. You have the Google Assistant, so you can press and release that button and type in what you want to watch. Watch River Monsters on Pluto TV. May have said that too late, but you guys know how that works, right? Netflix tab, and you enter your channel numbers for the appropriate service. So we're going to go back here. I mean, it's really simple when you think about it or when you look at it. So we're going to go back and we're going to hit this circle button, and this is going to take us to our Android side. So on the Android side, you have access to various Android apps that you have downloaded. Again, Pluto TV, Hulu, Disney Plus, same apps on the other side. Again, it's just the content it's just not presented to you like it is on the TiVo stream side. Now you see this channel lineup we got here on our Android home screen. You can edit that, but you only get certain options, right? You have limited options, so you go here to your home screen and customize your channels, and you can choose from a list of apps that they have what you can show and what you don't want to show. Now, comparing it to a similar streaming device like the Sling TV Mini, Sling TV Mini has a little bit more options, right? And they have Pluto TV, which offers a live TV option. I love Tuba TV, but Tuba TV doesn't offer a live TV option, right? Just going up and down. And another good thing about this, you have Facebook Watch. People have been asking about the Facebook Watch. What platforms can I watch it on? You can get it on this device. Facebook Watch is right there. Just log into your Facebook account and get content tailored for you, or you don't even have to log in. You can still access Facebook Watch, but this is only customizable to the channels or the streaming services that they have. But you do have access to over 5,000 apps and games. That's something they do mention, right? So that's pretty much it. If we was to go over the pros and the cons here, so let's start off with the cons. So for me, the cons is when you're searching for content, they won't recommend you any free options. They only recommend certain options. So for example, and we're gonna wrap this up here. I know River Monsters is free to watch. You have nine seasons available to watch on Pluto TV. The Pluto TV app is installed on my device, but let's see if they will recommend it to us. Just go ahead and get it typed in. Now, while we on the search screen, different streaming devices have different types of search screens. Now, there's nothing wrong with this search screen. It's just, to me, it's too much information on the screen, right? With the Roku, you have a limited surface area to work with. You can get your titles typed in pretty fast. With this, you have a big surface area as if you were about to type in the email address. I think if they can make it so that they know what type of screen you're on and limit your search options, that would be great, but that's not a big deal. But one of my biggest cons here is that they won't recommend free options, right? They will recommend paid options, and even for apps that I don't have, like I don't have Philo TV installed, but they're recommended to me. That's good that they're letting me know that I do have other options out there. All right. And they also saying that it's available here on the TiVo channel, right? But it's not available on the TiVo channel. It's only available through Stars, which is available through the TiVo channel, right? So one thing is they don't recommend free content. Now, I believe that's it. That's my only con for this streaming device. Oh, my second con is they don't have an on-screen setup for your TV, for this remote to control your TV's power and volume. That's my other thing, which hopefully they're going to fix that within the upcoming week. Hopefully by the end of May, they have this issue fixed, because I just released a video and a lot of people are looking for resolutions for this issue. People don't want to have two remotes. People love TiVo, but they don't want to have two remotes, All right, so let's go back here. So let's look at the pros. The pros, they're only going to show you content that you have. So if you're a TiVo lover, you have TiVo device, you're used to using TiVo, and you get this device. For one, you have a TiVo branded device, and for two, they're only showing you content that you have. Compared to the Roku, you have to enter a streaming service. Roku is not really presenting you with content. They're just, just an open source where you can search content or just simply go into an app. But in this streaming service, you can tailor it more for you. To me, it seems like definitely a buy. I would definitely recommend you buying this device. If I had to rate it out of a total of 5 stars, I will give it a 4 because this is a device that you can personalize. And when it comes to content, you have it only show the content that you want to watch, or that you are, well, not that you want to watch, but you can have it only show the content that you are subscribed to. And that's a big perk. And then as well, you have access to free content. So that is it, folks. Remember, in this video, type in TiVo Stream 4K in the comment section. Sign up for that to get the new TiVo Stream 4K. I did a giveaway last month. Didn't nobody notice it. It was for a thermometer. Didn't nobody sign up. But for this one, I'm making it easier. Just type in, subscribe to my channel, type in TiVo Stream 4K in the comment section, and just make sure you're around when I contact you. All right, folks, that is it. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Perfect.